Greetings and welcome to the course on teaching and learning in general programs. Really, why do we need this course? The main reason is there has been a major shift from teacher centric learning to learner centric education. Earlier the focus was on the teacher and what he should teach and how he should teach for better learning by the student. But now the shift is now towards learner centric. Now you talk in terms of a learner, and that is the reason why we need this particular course. And accreditation and outcome based education now have become the foci of higher education in India since 2015. That means these two, while they were still there at the level of ideas, but these have become very central now to higher education programs in India. And higher education institutions offering UG and PG programs want their institutions to be accredited by National Assessment and Accreditation Council called NAAC. Now, all institutes seek NAAC accreditation, and in fact the government has made a rule that by certain period like 2022 all higher education institutions have to be accredited by NAAC for them to continue their activities. And NAAC requires, since 2017, all general higher education programs attain the program outcomes and program specific outcomes identified by the institute or universities. We will presently define what these program outcomes and program specific outcomes are, but NAAC requires in one of their criteria that all programs should attain these program outcomes, we call them POs, and program specific outcomes PSOs, identified by the institutes and universities. Now, further, all teaching and learning activities in higher education institution should be planned and conducted to facilitate the students to attain well defined measurable outcomes, and that is where we call it OBE, outcome based education. And this is a new requirement for faculty members of all HEIs. And the faculty should make a note the way they were operating earlier, right from their childhood attending classes, the way they underwent their own undergraduate programs and whatever they are following right now, that will have to be taken, the teachers have to take a new look at the way they are doing and change their methods of instruction. And the STALGE, the course, the present course is designed to facilitate teachers to meet these requirements. What does this course aim at? This course aims at enabling the teachers in higher education programs to facilitate their students to become good graduates. After all, what is the purpose of any higher education programs? Here we are referring to BA, BSc, BCom or similar degrees, and they all graduate, and a major percentage of them go directly into taking a certain type of job. So, that means the graduates of these 3-year degree, sometimes it is 2 years to 4 years programs, they should become good graduates, which means we have to presently define who these good graduates are. Whom do you call somebody as a good graduate? And this particular course will be offered as one module as per the NPTEL requirements. One module constitutes 1 credit course, and a module is offered as 20 units of about half-hour video lectures. That is how the course is organized. Each unit will have a set of exercises and an assignment every week. Okay. And performances in these weekly assignments are counted for grading, whereas the unit end exercises are for practice purpose only and they are not counted for grading. Okay. Rather, you can do these exercises related to your own courses and that will greatly help in understanding the course itself. And this course will be useful to working teachers in all higher education institutions offering general programs BA, BSc, BCom, etc., and aspiring teachers and graduate students who wish to make careers in education technology, and companies offering education technology products and training programs to corporates, educational institutes, teachers and students. And these days we have an additional requirement that many of the institutions are asking their faculty to conduct their courses online, or at least part of the course on online. And if you want to design your course for presenting online, then this particular TAL-G becomes a prerequisite to that. This will try to present you all aspects of what outcome based education, why should we do it in the context of NAAC accreditation, how do you close the quality loop, all these issues are, this becomes a prerequisite, but this course does not give you the required technology background. Once you understand the contents of this course, you will be able to easily make use of the technology to design your course. Okay. I would like to acknowledge gratefully the inputs and comments given by my friend Professor K. Rajnikant and all teachers who participated in the large number of OBE workshops conducted by us. We have learned a great deal from them and all their learnings are incorporated into this particular course. Now, what are the outcomes of this particular course? So, at the end of this course, the learners that generally we consider potential or practicing teachers, they should be able to understand the nature of outcome based education and outcomes of higher education general programs. See, we are differentiating between general programs and professional programs. Professional programs will include medicine, chartered accountancy, engineering, nursing, dentistry, etc. Whereas general programs, all other ones are we are calling them as general programs. And the other next course outcome is understand the revised Bloom taxonomy and the 3 domains of learning. We choose to communicate with each other or to plan your course, we require a taxonomy of learning. And this taxonomy of learning, there are several taxonomies of learning in the literature. We use the revised Bloom taxonomy because it is the presently the most popular one in India. And taxonomy of learning consists of 3 domains, that is cognitive, affective and psychomotor domains. So, we will look at this revised Bloom's taxonomy in the context of these 3 domains of learning. And we also learn how to write outcomes of a course in a general program that addresses a subset of program outcomes and program specific outcomes chosen by the institute and the department offering the program. The details of this we will be seeing in the later units. So, one of the main purposes is how to write good course outcomes of the course that you are going to offer. And then finally, we need to compute the attainment of these outcomes. We have written outcomes all right, but how do you establish or prove through documentary evidence that you have actually attained these outcomes. So, the computation of attainment of outcomes is also one of the goals or one of the outcomes of this course itself. Now, if you look at the course is presented maybe as a concept map, as we call it. The outcome based education in the of the course TAL G, only this course requires an understanding of the characteristics of good graduates. We said we have to produce good graduates. What are those characteristics? And we understand also what is education, teaching, learning, instruction and assessment. These are all the words that all teachers use, but we need to use them very specifically, and that will be addressed through this course. And then we understand broadly what is the framework of outcome based education and the levels of outcomes. There are generally we consider there are two levels of outcomes of any general program, two outcomes at the program level and at the course level as well. And briefly we understand the role of accreditation. We will not be looking at the detailed processes and stages of accreditation, but we get a overview of the accreditation, why we should be doing it and why it is beneficial to the institution itself. And then we look at the revised Bloom taxonomy of learning. This we spend sufficient time to understand the taxonomy, so that in future we can communicate using this classification of learning. And this course also will include writing of program outcomes, we call them POs, and writing of program specific outcomes and the course outcomes. The program level outcomes are written by either the university or by the department. That means a large number of stakeholders are involved in writing this. You do not write POs and PSOs at the level of individual teachers. Okay. And then finally, this course will also include computation of COs, POs and PSOs. So, that is broadly this particular course is involved in. Now, let us understand what we said we are going to produce graduates. Unlike graduates of professional programs, for example, in a major way graduates of let us say medicine go and practice medicine. That means they become doctors, or they also may go for graduate level education and become specialists in that. Whereas, in the general programs the graduates do not necessarily go into that specific discipline alone. Like a BSc physics may not stay with a career or get into a career which only involves physics. So, they may, if you look around, if you survey the graduates of general programs, they may choose to go for higher education, that is after BSc you may want to go for MSc or MA. They become researchers further after possibly doing PhD or after MSc, and they provide research services. They can go and work in the labs and provide research services. They become teachers, and a fairly large number of these graduates become administrators, and some of them may become entrepreneurs, and still some of them go to the professional programs like MBA for example, or into services like IAS, IPS and IRS. So, as you can see, the spectrum of activities in which the graduates get involved can be very large. Now, any kind of survey that you do, what kind of graduates what are the characteristics an employer looks at in a potential candidate. For example, characteristics of good graduates considered important by employers: they should have sound knowledge of a discipline, at least they have learned some subject very well, and they have ability to solve well defined as well as ill defined problems. It is not generally talking about a problem, but you are willing to find a solution to a problem. Sometimes the problems are well defined, sometimes they are ill defined. And wherever you are working, you need to understand the customer's requirements. Awareness of customers' needs or sensitivity to customers' needs is a very important characteristic of any graduate. And all activities are generally team activities. There is nothing like one person sitting in one place doing a particular job. These days, even if you are working from home on the internet, you are still a member of a team. So, ability to work in a team is an important characteristic of a good graduates, and ability to document, plan and communicate effectively is a very important characteristic of any graduate, because whatever you do, you need to first plan for it first and then communicate whatever you have done to the group, other group members or to the organization in a very effective manner. And there is nothing like your learning does not stop with what you learnt in the college, because on the job you need to continuously learn. That willingness and ability to learn on the job is a very important characteristic. And having interest and awareness in all facets of the workplace, wherever you are working, you must understand what is the space in which it is working and what are the things that are happening outside your organization that influence your organization. That sensitivity or awareness is very important for any graduate. These are the characteristics of good graduate. That means the program should be designed in such a way the graduates of the program have attained these characteristics. It is not merely desirability, but they have to attain these characteristics, and they will be reflected in the form of program outcomes. And general programs are required to impart knowledge, skills and attitude, and to facilitate the graduates of 12th standard to acquire the characteristics of a good graduate. That is the issue. That is how a general program can be defined. Okay. This is what the course is all about, and in the next unit we will explain the familiar words. We start with what is education and what is teaching. Thank you very much for your attention.